Time for another Dirt Daily, and today we're going to talk about my Land Rover. That's right, I finally got an old Land Rover, and I'm going to go over a little bit about this truck that I know. I don't know a lot about it, but I can also tell you I am definitely not a Land Rover expert. So if I get a few things wrong on here, feel free to put a comment below and tell me, oh, no, it's not that, it's this, because I'm not really an expert. But I have always liked the Land Rovers, and this is kind of an interesting project. My grandfather, when I was a little boy, he went over to Africa. He was a dairy farmer, and he went to Africa to help basically teach the local people how to farm better, have more productive dairy farms. And when I was a kid, I was really into Jeeps and stuff like that. And I remember him telling me, you know, when I was in Africa, I had a Land Rover that I would drive around in. And I never really thought that was that cool until actually I got a lot older. He has since passed away, but I kind of was like, I want to get a Land Rover. And I don't know that I would say dedicated to my grandfather, but there's something there that, like, he had one and drove it around while he was overseas, and I think it would be neat to kind of build this into something fun to bebop around it. This is not a restoration. This is somebody else's project that I drug home. It's a total hodgepodge of different stuff that's put together. There's a lot of rust and kind of worn out stuff on it, so don't expect this to be like a serious restoration. But I can tell you that from what I know, this is a Series 2 109. So it's the longer wheelbase. It's a 4-door. I believe it has this top, which is called like the summer top or the safari top. And it's really kind of ingenious. There's a metal top, and then there's another layer of metal up above that that gives like this little kind of insulated cushion of air between the roof and the outside. So it's like double layered. It's a lot like your Yeti mug that has like double wall insulation. This is kind of the same thing up on the top. Plus there are vents that you can open inside there that can allow air to kind of flow in and out. All of the front windows and back windows all slide. They don't roll up and down, they slide. They don't currently slide because they're all jammed up, but they're designed to slide. And a lot of the body on this 109 is aluminum. So that's kind of neat. Now, the person that had it before me put it on a modified frame, and it's on like later model Discovery axles. So the axles don't match up with this, this truck. And honestly, I'm not going to keep them. I'm pretty much not going to keep the Land Rover axles. I'm going to pull them out and put something else under there. We've wheeled with Land Rover axles on Dirt Every Day. You've probably saw that episode, and they really didn't last very long. And I'm just like, I don't really want to spend a lot of time and money investing in these axles just to do what? To keep the Land Rover aficionados happy, or to keep the fact that I can run these Land Rover wheels, which honestly, to me, it's more valuable if I can just put it on good axles that I can bolt on tires that I've already have, or use wheels that I already have, and make it into a fun trail rig or daily driver or coffee getter or whatever. So what's the plans for this thing, or what is it, or what does it have? Currently, it has a little diesel engine in the front that I've never heard run. It has a 5-speed manual. The one thing I do know that it has is the Land Rover LT230 transfer case, which is like a full-time transfer case with like a differential in there that you can lock up. And also it's an offset transfer case. So both the front and rear differentials are on the passenger side. The frame has been stretched and tweaked and done all this stuff too. So I really don't feel bad about this because it's not in perfect condition to start with, and I can make it into something fun. I still want to keep the cool look of it, which has always been the thing that I liked about the Land Rovers. They have a very cool style. Kind of like an early Jeep, kind of like an early Land Cruiser. They definitely have their own look and style, and I think that building up an old Land Rover will be a fun project. It's definitely got some rot in it. It's got some weird things that are beat up and bent up and smashed up, but it's still a pretty cool truck. I love how like the doors are tucked inside so that like when you're driving through the bush, the door handles don't hook on shrubbery and stuff. Bunch of seats and parts in there. There's been some animals living in there. The doors don't latch. You have to kind of close them to latch. It's currently on coil springs. This truck would have originally been on leaf springs. And I don't know if I will keep the coils or do a mixture of coils and leaves. You can see the doors have a little bit of rot in them. Baxter! Baxter's outside barking at something. Sorry for that interruption. The tail lights and everything are missing. The fuel tank is not the correct one. And if you look down the side of it here, there's definitely like some dents and bumps in it. But overall, the body is all there and pretty complete. There's a little bit of rot here and there, but I think that's perfect for what I want to do because I just want to build it into something that's fun to drive, to camp out of, and maybe take wheeling here and there. What size tires? I think currently it has the 255/85 R16s, which I think are a cool, tall, skinny tire. I don't know if we'll go too big on it. Like, I don't think this thing needs 40s. Maybe it needs 40s. Everything kind of needs 40s, but I don't know that this one's actually going to get 40s. Maybe 35s, 37s, something in that range. But for now, it's dead. It doesn't run. And hold on a second. So for now, it doesn't run. I think I like this. I like the idea of a Land Rover engine, maybe the Land Rover V8, maybe this little diesel. But I also have known that the Land Rover drivetrain and wiring all need to be kind of really looked at and considered. Maybe I yank out this diesel. Maybe I put like that little Cummins R28 if I can decide I want to scrounge up the money to buy one of those. Or maybe I put some other engine in it, something unusual. I like the idea of like a straight six, but I don't know if it would fit. I don't think it needs an LS engine in there. I know Dave put an LS engine in an old Land Rover and it was a fight to get it in there, but I know other people have put them in their trucks as well. So overall, my project right now is I'm gonna put a bumper on the front so I can drag the thing in and out easier. It had like a tow bar and it was all kind of wonky. And then I'm gonna start figuring out which axles I wanna put under this thing and if I'm gonna keep any of this drivetrain or if it's all gonna leave. So here's your chance. Comment below what you think it needs. Don't say a 4BT because it's definitely not getting a 4BT. I kind of picture this as like I don't want to say overlanding rig, but I also don't want to say rock crawler. It's going to be kind of just a fun, cool trail rig, maybe driving down to the beach, etc., etc. So hit me up with your comments below and tell me what you think the drivetrain would be, what would be the perfect setup for this thing, and I will take it all into consideration. That's it for this Dirt Daily. I hope you liked my new Land Rover project. It also doesn't have a name, but I don't know that it's going to get one. But if you have a great name for it, comment that below. All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.